Week 7 of the Indycar Fixed Series brings us to Richmond. This 3/4 mile, slightly banked, D-shaped oval has 2 usable lanes and is slick all over. When qualifying, I like to set the bars to a 4 in the front and a 5 in the rear. I don't like to use any weight jacker because I feel like the car skates around the track all over, especially on pit exit and when you're under braking. If you want, you can try to run a really stiff front bar and a weak rear bar and use weight jacker instead, but I had no results with this strategy. You'll need to be very, very smooth on braking, on throttle application, and on turning. My fast lap here, I was not quite as smooth as I needed to be, but you can see that my inputs were pretty close. I threw away my first lap and focused on my white flag lap being fast. Watch my inputs here and look at how smooth I transition from the brake to the gas and how easily and tenderly I move the steering wheel. Into turn 3 and 4, I overcook the center of the corner and I have to correct the car on landing. This is because I'm trying to do too many things at once. You cannot both brake and turn and then try to go through the middle of the corner with too much speed. You can see my inputs here again as I replay this lap. This is the fastest lap I could manage. It was 18.3 flat. You'll probably see an 18.2 or an 18.15 win the pole in a lot of splits this week. The racing line will be very similar to this qualifying line. You want to be as low as possible, as smooth as possible, and get your left sides on that yellow line. It's about a 120 mile an hour limit on the yellow line at the bottom of the track. When defending someone trying to pass you from the rear, just hug the first dashed line and put your nose cone right in the middle of it. You'll generally or naturally build a run, exit off. You can see 2 examples here, one in the lower right-hand corner and one in the mirror of 2 cars trying to pass from behind. The lead car is successful in defending in both cases off of turn 2 here, but into turn 3, only the top car or base car is successful. To be a successful attacker, like the car in the bottom screen, you'll need to back up entry to work on having a good exit. You can see that here. Arc your exit out, shift down to second, get down to about 120, and pick the throttle up smoothly but firmly on exit. Position yourself to the inside, aim for the yellow line, and do not overcook the entry. If you overcook the entry, you'll be in for a bad time. Fight hard on exit for every inch of track you can get to open up turn 1 and clear yourself, and then drive away. Pitting in on old tires is going to be difficult. I always recommend that you exit the track in turn 3 and aim for pit road by staying below the yellow line. Pit road speed is 40, so back it down and bring it to your crew. Although the speeds here are slow, the tire wear is not that bad. I pit exactly halfway through this race, and you can see the wear here as I pan to the other black box. Running 3 bar in the front and 4 bar in the rear, I had 73 wear on the front and 82 on the right rear. Those are my tips this week at Richmond. Let me know if you have any thoughts.